Early in the morning,
What's going on, the people that miss your boy Cam Topical Juice, and we are back with another video for you today. As you can see from the title, we are back with another Diddy related video. So apologies if you think I'm doing too many Diddy videos. That's a you problem. I like to stay on top of this stuff. This stuff is crazy. This is going to be one of the biggest stories ever in history, and I feel like I need to just cover every basis of this and give you my opinion. But as you can see from the title, we're actually going to be talking about Diddy's mum. His mother, the same mother that's lip locking with her son, the same mother that wears white nail polish freshly dipped for her son, the same mother that gets hooked up to IV drips so she can sober up with her son, the same mother that goes to strip clubs, breaks her back in the strip club, bending over, palms touching the floor for her son, fam. That mother. She's come out and released a statement. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I actually saw this yesterday as I was editing my video yesterday. But I thought, you know what, I'll address this tomorrow. But I never actually saw the entire statement. So we're gonna read the statement and kind of break it down. Obviously, spoiler alert, she's backing him. She's supporting him. Of course she is. Of course she is. He's been digging her out for years. God forbid. Allegedly. Of course, allegedly. Everything's alleged, you know. Everything I say in this video is alleged. It's all alleged that he blew out his own mum's back. It's alleged. Listen, it's alleged that he used to freak off with his mum. It's alleged that she used to take him to her own freak off parties and indoctrinate him into this lifestyle. It's all alleged. Yeah, along with Clive Davis and Andre Harrell, all these other weirdos who groomed Diddy. But anyway, let's get into this video, man. It's not gonna be a long thing, no Diddy. But I just wanna read the statement. So if I could just ask you guys to just like the video for me, it takes half a second and it makes a massive difference on how the YouTube video performs in the algorithm. If you like me, if you like my content, please consider pressing that subscribe button. It's free. You can always change your mind if you don't like me. Press the bell to be notified. And of course, if you want to support your boy, please do consider pressing that Patreon link. It's in the description below. Last week's video was exposing Jay-Z. The week before that was exposing Andrew Tate. And I think this weekend's video, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. I might ask my Patreons to give me some advice. I was thinking to do a video on Skepta and his dark links with some predatory people. I might drop that on YouTube instead and do something else on Patreon. So if you want to see a video about Skepta's links to some sketchy people, please do comment Skepta video in the comments below, and then I'll know people were interested. If not, maybe I'll just put it on Patreon. But anyway, enough of the waffling thing, let's get straight into this video. So just to remind you about what we spoke about yesterday before we read this quote, I did a video yesterday exposing Diddy and his mum for being involved in freak-offs together. The evidence was the clear sexual tension between the two of them, the body language, the words, the verbiage that they came out with. Secondly, the fact that they were hooked up to IV drips. We know that Diddy often used IV drips after freak-offs to flush out all the toxins and the bullshit in your body. He also highlighted her white nails. We know he likes white nails, and we know that he used to get Cassie to wear white nails to contrast the skin of black men that he was freaking off with. But it's not just black men, by the way. He made her freak off with white men, black men, just loads of sex workers, basically. So I concluded that clearly they have an incestuous, taboo relationship. And if you know anything about the celebrity world, guys, yeah, you'll know that this is common practice. The royal family in England, Britain, incest. Do you know what I'm saying? That celebrity culture, it's incest. I can't speak too freely on YouTube. That's why I always promote my Patreon. But like, they're into all this. Do you understand? They're into children. They're into sacrifices. They're into rituals. So I'm not shocked or surprised at all that Diddy's mum's involved in all this. But anyway, let's just get to the damn quotes before you lot start clicking off and start complaining that I'm waffling too much. As you can see here, it says Janice Smalls Combs. Smalls? That's a bit of an interesting... Anyway, the mother of Sean Combs, through her undersigned counsel and on behalf of the Combs family, releases the following statement. I come to you today as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. To bear witness what seems to be like a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court to finally share his side and to prove his innocence. Firstly, you are correct. Your son does deserve a trial. No matter how much public opinion is against someone, their human right is to be judged by a jury. So I don't disagree with that. I don't think Diddy should take the stand, if I'm being honest, but he's got a right to a trial. Fine. He can sit his ass in jail until then. He's probably... Diddy's probably loving jail. In the shower with a bunch of men. Bro, that motherfucker will be dropping the soap intentionally, bro. Whoopsie. That's what my man's on. Anyway, secondly, the second point I want to raise is I know you're his mother, but I hate when people do this. What are you talking about? It's built from lies. We know that not to be true. We know this was triggered from the Cassie lawsuit. Diddy came out then and settled it, but he also said that it was a cash grab. Just a quick cash grab, that's what all this is. And then we see the video footage. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I had to go to rehab for this. Oh, I'm so sorry for this. Sorry. I don't even recognize the person that I was in that video. Oh, so you did lie. So Cassie was telling the truth. I am not here to portray my son as perfect because he is not. He has made mistakes in his past, as we all have. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel's surveillance showed otherwise. Sometimes the truth and the lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when the truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. That is why I believe my son's legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt. What does that mean? I've read that sentence 4 or 5 times and I don't understand what she means. What do you mean the lie and the truth is so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story without the other? I'm gonna need people in the comment section to give me your theories on that. What does that mean? And I think there's something very weird about that statement. What do you mean the lie and the truth? Like, we know for a fact that Cassie was beaten the shit out of, and she told that in the lawsuit. People didn't even believe her. Oh, it's this, it's that. A month or two later, we see the facts, we see the proof, CCTV surveillance footage. Anyone who questioned her lawsuit, we're now looking at that lawsuit thinking, okay, well, she was telling the truth about this. It's safe to assume she was saying the truth about other things. A lie? So I don't really understand what she means by this. What's the truth? What's the lie? All this, that's weird. I don't get what you mean by that. It's weird. The reality is here, guys, if you were telling the truth, if you weren't hiding anything, you are not paying $30 million to settle a lawsuit 24 hours after it's filed. That is a fact. I don't care if you're a billionaire. Yeah, I don't care who you are. No one's paying out someone that they just think is a cash grab $30 million. It ain't happening. So you can get that out of your head. Oh, I just paid her off because it was easy to. Get out of it. He paid her off because he wanted to silence everything that has ultimately come out. It is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, what a fucking upper class privileged thing to say, are immune to fear or mistakes. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongly convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them, not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what this society considers to be a good person. History has showed us how individuals can be wrongly convicted due to their past actions or mistakes. Guys, this is weird, man. I'm sorry. This is weird. Look at the language she's talking about. What type of norm is she talking about? What type of good person is she actually talking about? It sounds like she's trying to give us an insight into this celebrity world, the world that us normies, the masses don't know about. The world where gay and straight doesn't exist, where they just fuck everything that moves, from children to men to women to their own mothers, where they do sacrifices, Bohemian Grove, all this stuff, where they do mock sacrifices to the owl of Athena. Yeah, if you know, you know. Like, it's like she's trying to give us an insight and trying to tell us that, listen, my son is part of this celebrity world that's part of not really the norm. So you can't really condemn him for this because that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like she's giving us a little insight into what they're really on, but basically telling us not to condemn him for it. The reality is, it's not one person that's come out or a lie. Multiple people, hundreds have come out. Let's say that out of the 120 people that came out recently, yeah, let's say that 70%, or let's say that 75% were lying. What's that? Quick maths. That's what? 90? Is that 90 people lying? Let's say 90 people lied. That still leaves 30 people. 30 people! She even said there, people can be wrongly convicted for their past mistakes. Well, that's not really wrongly convicted, is it? You were wrong for making a mistake in the first place, so now you're being convicted for it. How can you be wrongly convicted for things that you did in the past? It's a mistake. If I accidentally hit someone with a car, it was a mistake and I killed them 10 years ago, if it came out 10 years later that I did that, I expect to be punished. Like, what are you talking about? Watching the world make jokes and laugh at my son's life crumbling before our eyes is something I can never forget. It is truly agonizing to watch the world turn against my son so quickly and easily over lies and misconceptions without hearing his side or affording him the opportunity to present his side. We're gonna hear his side of the story soon, you dumb bitch. He's got a trial. These lies thrown at him are motivated by those seeking a financial gain, here we go, and not justice. These individuals saw how quickly my son's civil legal team settled with his ex-girlfriend, so now they believe they can receive a quick payday by falsely accusing my son. False allegations of sexual assault thwart true victims of sexual violence from getting the justice they deserve. To make matters worse, the federal government is now using these lies to prosecute my son. This injustice has been unbearable for our family. The worst part of this ordeal was watching my beloved son be stripped of his dignity, not for what he did, but for what people choose to believe about him. I ask his supporters, fans, colleagues, friends and the public to not judge him before you've had the chance to hear his side of the story. I beg you to think about those who have been wrongly persecuted, to remember that not everyone who has made mistakes in life deserves to have their entire existence judged by a single action or a few mistakes. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be, and he deserves a chance to tell his side of the story. I can only pray that I am alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated. Respectfully submitted on the behalf of Janice Smalls Combs and the Combs family. Do you talk about dignity? What about the dignity of the people that have been raped by him, have been essayed and trafficked by him, but has to see him on TV getting the key to the city, being on TV, accepting this award and that recognition? How about that? How about the victims in this? Now, don't get it twisted, yeah? I'm not under the illusion that these celebrities that attended these parties were his victims, fam. All these celebrities were complicit in this. They knew what they were getting themselves in for. Or even the ones that said they left at 9 p.m, you knew what was happening after them hours. You knew what was happening at midnight onwards. You knew the type of clientele and the demographic that was there. Underage kids, trafficked women. Obviously, a lot of these people wanted to party with Diddy. I'm not condemning people for wanting to party. My point is what Diddy does at these parties. When you're lacing drinks with different drugs. When people don't have any recollection of being there, you're then pressuring these people to sleep with sex workers in their intoxicated state. You're then filming said interaction with them. You're then blackmailing and coercing them with said film. That is a problem, guys. This doesn't even talk about the essaying of young underage children, boys, 9-year-old boys, pregnant women. How about that? What about them people? Janice? Yeah, you've got your rose-tinted glasses on because your own son's been dicking you down over the years. Allegedly. Yo, allegedly. You get me? She's got them, what do you call it? She's like, I love you. I love you, baby.
Everything's good, baby. I'll be with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
All that, fam, all that business. Nah, it's wrong. Yeah, we know why she's come out to defend him, because mothers, they get deluded sometimes over their kids. Not to mention, he's been buying his mum's love for, well, not buying it, he's always loved his mum, but he's been buying his mum shit for years. He gave her a Bentley, $1 million check. She ain't gonna come out and condemn him, is she? She's living the high life for him. He was broke, or she was broke before he blew up. You feel me? So it's an interesting statement, but am I surprised by this? Of course not. She needs to be careful though. The woman's like 84 years old and she's got chest problems, she's got heart problems. And that's why she said, I hope I can see myself live long enough, because she actually got hospitalized recently. Now, I don't wish death upon anyone apart from Nancy DJs and Nancy television people coming back to castaway shows, like all them people there. Apart from Nancy's, I don't really wish death upon anyone. So I hope that she can recover. But you can miss me with all this, oh, my son's innocent, it's a cash grab. Oh, it's a cash grab. The Rodney lawsuit. He's got picture proof of him, Cuba Gooding Jr. with his arm around him, Usher there, around young kids. Like, we know Usher's involved anyway. Usher's fully involved, but there's no way you can deny this. And I'm very interested and keen to see what Diddy's defense is. Because if Diddy's still got tapes of people in powerful position, he still has leverage. Do you understand? Now, he ain't like R. Kelly. R. Kelly was just a dumb monster. Diddy has been laying the groundworks for this for a long time. He's very powerful. And while they're throwing him under the bus right now, I bet you he's still got leverage. I bet you he's still got insurance policies and plan Bs. So we'll see how this pans out. All I care about is the masses opening their eyes. All I care about is everyone that watches my videos to stop idol worshipping. Stop worshipping these false idols. Choose God. Whatever God that is, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, whatever floats your boat, Choose God, choose spirituality. Don't choose these idols. Your Beyoncé's, your Taylor Swift, fuck them. Let me know your thoughts, comment below, and remember what I told you to comment at the start of this video if you want that particular video on YouTube coming soon as well. But most importantly, guys, stay safe, stay blessed, stay vigilant. What the hell do I know, man? I'm just a man in his 20s. Peace.